What's happening, guys? It's Karma, and it's late. I've been having a rough month, pretty much, a rough couple weeks, and I just want to let y'all know that I'm alright. um, I don't know if y'all know this, but a few weeks ago, my anxiety got extremely, horribly bad. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. I couldn't eat without throwing up. And it was a really rough time to be around. I couldn't sleep. I had to sleep with my parents because that was the only way that I would get any amount of sleep. Um, yeah, it just got to the point where I actually had to go and seek medical help, and they diagnosed me with anxiety, and they were like, we can put you on pills, we can do this, but I chose not to get on pills because I don't want. There's nothing wrong with getting on medication for anxiety, especially if it's constantly bad. But it's kind of like, I don't think mine is bad to the point where I need medication. I feel like if I just pull myself together and get my mind out of the place it's in, I can probably get out of whatever it is that I got myself into. Because I felt my anxiety rising to the point, but I kept ignoring it, and I was somehow getting through it by ignoring the fact that my anxiety was there. But it just got to the point of complete and utter destruction. Like, the minute that it hit me that my anxiety was getting bad, I was taking a shower, and all of a sudden I threw up in the shower. And that was when I kind of started to realize that this was going to be a problem, that this was a problem, that it wasn't just me mentally, saying, you're freaking out, you're freaking out. And I do kind of lie to myself in that sense. When my mind starts going back to thoughts of like, oh, my inevitability that I'm going to die, or that like I might never amount to anything, or like, how do I know that this is actually even real life? Like, I start worrying about stuff that doesn't really have any answers. And that's what kind of irritates me in a way. After like I'm done realizing, like I'm done thinking about it, I kind of just sit there and I'm like, why am I worrying about something that I'm never going to know the answer to until it happens, Like, about death, there's never going to be an answer for that. There's never going to be an answer to what happens after death until you die. And it's like, I shouldn't worry about it because it's something that happens to everybody. It's something that's eventually going to happen to everybody that's on the planet as of right now. And it's kind of irritating because for some reason, I keep trying to tell myself, you don't have to worry because it's going to happen. You shouldn't worry about things that you don't have any control over. But yet, my mind constantly switches teams. It's constantly like, oh, no. You have to worry about the fact that you're going to die because you're going to die. And then it's like, it's an on and off battle with like myself in my head, that like a part of me that does feel like my anxiety isn't really here, like that I'm just putting it in my head. The part of me that thinks that is fighting against it, saying, you're fine. You don't need to freak out about something like that because right now you're alive. You woke up this morning. You can see this morning. You can touch anything. You can live your life today. But then like the other part of me that's like the other like part of my brain or whatever's telling me to worry about these things constantly says, no. You could die today. Today could be the last day that you're living on this planet. And it turns it into such a negative thing that it's constantly in my head. I could act like I'm perfectly fine, but on the inside, I'm questioning everything about the second that it's happening. Like, I can get through my day perfectly fine, but I'll constantly be thinking, and like, if you, like, I've been noticing that I've been spacing out a lot, and I've been like touching a lot of things, and I've been pinching myself a lot to get myself to like feel something when I feel like I can't feel anything anymore. And it's like, it's just difficult because your mind is constantly like asking like, why am I here? Why can I actually see with my eyes? Why can I understand people? How come I can perceive things? Why do I live the life that I'm living? Why am I in this body? It's just, you're constantly questioning everything at every second. And a part of you knows, why are you questioning it when there's not an answer? You shouldn't be questioning something that you're never going to find the answer to. Because at the end of the day, you're just putting more worry in your head that doesn't need to be there. Like, worrying about the future, that's perfectly fine to worry about because it is going to happen, you know, but you shouldn't worry about it to the point where it's, like, constantly, it feels as if something's creeping up on the back of your neck, and it feels like, it like, worrying about your future should be something that happens, obviously. Everyone's going to worry about, am I going to be successful? Am I going to make money? Am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to do that? That's a natural thing to do. But when it starts poisoning your everyday life and every thought, that's when it starts becoming a problem. And that's what's happening to me. Like, I'm constantly overthinking everything. I'm like, I'll have days when I'll wake up and I'll feel perfectly fine, and then 10 minutes later, it hits me with something. And it's like, no matter how hard I try to push those thoughts away, sometimes they don't go away. Like, the other day, I was thinking about it, and I was able to push it to the back of my mind because I started thinking about other things. I started thinking about, oh, hey, you're gonna die one day. You're gonna close your eyes and you're never gonna open them again. And you don't know what's gonna happen. And you might not even remember that you even existed. Or there's other times when I think, this is probably just a dream. Like, I've been being so thrown off by my dreams because I don't get a full night's sleep anymore. Like, I'll constantly be, like, drifting between, like, sleep and, like, consciousness. And it'll throw me off when I wake up. I'll be like, am I still dreaming or whatever? And it's constantly like, you could be dreaming right now. Like, you could be like in a coma right now. You're maybe not living your life right now. Or maybe this is like all fake or whatever. Like, and it gets to the point where it kind of terrifies me a lot. And there's other days when they're alright, you know, you find ways to distract yourself, but there's mostly bad days. And what's getting me really frustrated is the fact that I can't remember a day when I didn't think about something like that. And I know I had a day when I never thought about it. I know there was a time before this month that I was perfectly fine, that I didn't think about death, that I didn't think about my future as much, that I didn't think about all these negative things that are constantly biting at the back of my neck now. And that's what frustrates me because I keep telling myself there's going to be a better day, there's going to be a better week, there's going to be a better month, there's going to be a better year one day, but I can't see that in the near future, and it terrifies me because I'm thinking, what if I'm going to be an adult and I'm still going to be thinking like this? What if this never goes away? Like, how am I going to deal with the fact that I'm constantly worried about stuff that I shouldn't be worried about? Like, I'm anxious over stuff that I shouldn't be anxious about. I'm anxious about the future. I'm anxious about if I'm actually alive when there's no answer. Like, I know that I'm alive, obviously. I can see, I can touch things. But it's like, what if I'm not actually? And about death, it's something that I need to get through my head that it's gonna happen. You want it to or not, any second of the day, it could happen. And it's just going to, because that's the way that life is. We're put on this earth and then we're taken off it. It's that easy. Like, and that's what doesn't want to stick with me. The fact that I can't accept that these thoughts are things that are going to happen, you know? And it's frustrating. It's really irritating, and it makes me kind of, like, some days I don't even want to get out of bed. Some days I kind of just wish I could just, like, sleep the whole day, but I can't because I can't bring myself to sleep for, like, more than 3 hours at a time. And I feel like I'm pushing people away, and I feel like I'm becoming less interesting. I don't know. It's just kind of all kind of crumbling down. And that's what I feel at the moment. But I know that I can get out of this if I try hard enough. But it's like, I'm trying as hard as I can, and I'm not getting anywhere. I'm still here. Still in the place where I was before, just slightly better. If y'all have any ways that y'all got through anxiety or whatever, like these thoughts, like, let me know, because I feel really miserable lately, and it's bad. Like, I'll have moments where I'm distracted and I won't think about it, but for most of the time, I'm just constantly thinking about it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day.